Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pain in the Grass. It is back. Tuesday, July 30th, Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd. The biggest pain ever happening at White River Amphitheater. And why is this the biggest pain ever? Well, I mean, look who's showing up.
Marilyn Manson, baby.
Yeah.
Bunch of other bands, of course, like Slipknot,
those guys.
In this moment, I know Vicky's very excited about that.
Yeah, they're Disturbed.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a band. Lots of great local bands, too. This is, this is the rock event of the summer for the Pacific Northwest. Pain in the Grass. Tickets on sale now as I'm speaking, at livenation.com. And don't forget, $2 from every ticket sold benefiting the Vitology Foundation. They do great work for local charities around here. You want more information about Pain in the Grass? You want tickets? You know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Mix.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to B-Mix. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. Great Monday for people out there who love Mondays or something.
I wonder if there are people that love Mondays, and maybe if it's their weekend or whatever.
If it's their Friday, they probably love their Monday.
Yeah.
Probably.
That'd be awesome if I had a life like that. Like, what if every day was my Friday because I just wasn't working anymore?
Or maybe they know at work they're going to have like pumpkin pie or something like that showing up.
Ooh,
or pizza.
Pumpkin pie.
Something like food.
Yeah, food. Something like food.
Yeah.
Hopefully food.
It does make it better, doesn't it? It's the legal drug.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Alex in Edgewood to take on Steve. Alex, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Up for grabs, tickets to see Ghost. They're back and they're going to be at the WAMU Theater on September 19th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want to see Ghost, tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Alex will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Alex, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
What is the let's try that again. What is the common household name for diluted acetic acid?
Citric acid?
No.
Pass.
Norma Jean Baker is more commonly known as whom?
Norma Bates?
No.
Pass.
Who played Noah in the movie The Notebook?
Oh, Zac Efron?
No.
Pass.
In what year did Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt get married?
1995.
No.
96.
No.
2001.
No. Amore is what word in Italian?
Cold?
No.
Frozen?
No.
Pass.
What color are the letters in the Burger King logo?
Blue and yellow?
No.
Blue and red?
No.
Oh. Pass.
In what decade was Gatorade first introduced?
50s.
No.
40s.
No.
60s.
Yes! In what century was the original Star Trek set?
21st century.
No.
What did he say, 24?
He said 21st century?
21st.
21st?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is not
wrong.
known.
Sorry about that, buddy.
But he did get one correct, so that's great.
Yeah, one is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. While we wait for Steve to come in.
Would you like to hang on, Alex, or should we just hang up on you? And
Well, last time we did that, I had to call the guy back.
All right, well, hang on.
Yeah, we'll hang it on
Hang
there.
on, Alex. I'll let you make that call.
Yes.
If you want to hang up, I won't blame you.
Yeah, I got your number. I got your information.
No one be ashamed of you.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, hey.
My buddy Kieran says, there's no shame in folding.
Oh, whoa.
He's an Irish card player.
All right.
And so I hope I did his accent pretty well.
There's no shame in folding.
There's no shame in folding. In other words, when he's about to kick,
Yeah.
when he's about to kick my ass at the Texas Hold'em table when we're playing casually, he's really very nice because he's like, "No, there's no shame in folding. You really should be, because you don't have anything, and I'm going to kill you." And he was
right, then.
Yeah,
Great.
so there's no shame in him hanging up because he's not going to win.
Hey, Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
I'm not folding.
What is the common household name for diluted acetic acid?
You could do this.
Bleach. No.
Detergent.
No.
Soap.
No. Norma Jean Baker is more commonly known as whom?
I don't know. Jeff Baker.
No.
Yeah.
Baker. Dusty Baker.
No.
Very
Baker's
close.
dozen.
No. Who played Noah in the movie The Notebook?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nope.
Who else was in that show? John Leguizamo.
No.
That's the guy.
Peter Scolari.
No. In what year did Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt get married?
98.
No.
99.
No.
2000.
Yes. Amor is what word in Italian?
Love.
Yes.
Love.
Yes. What color are the letters in the Burger King logo?
Red.
What? Yeah. Yes. Exactly. What color? In what decade was Gatorade first introduced?
What decade? 70s.
No.
80s.
No.
60s.
Yes. In what century was the original Star Trek set?
21st.
No.
19.
No.
19th century.
20th.
No. Who wrote The Grapes of Wrath?
Khan.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve, you win 4-1.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if Alex is still there. Alex, are you still there?
yeah, I'm still here.
You know what? You're a professional, sir. You take your beatings like a man. Anything you'd like to say to Steve, who just barely beat you?
Thanks.
There goes Alex. Okay, can I just say this? Nice. He doesn't deserve a song.
Why?
I won again.
So the 19th century is the 1800s, and that's when Captain Kirk was flying around the galaxy in the 1800s.
It's a parallel world, man. We were doing what we were doing here, but they were doing what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Nice high concept explanation there,
Yeah.
sir.
Thanks,
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I put my hand on my hips and everything. I was like, oh, look at him getting all fancy with that.
He's the Mr. Parallel World. He's watched a
I
couple
mean-
of shows, thinks he knows what he's talking about.
He's pulling out there. I love it.
I didn't realize there'd be such nerd shame on this show.
There's definitely nerd shit.
BJ, do you happen to know the century?
It's the 23rd century.
Okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I was hoping maybe he
wished.
wouldn't.
I was hoping he would get it wrong.
Yeah.
Who wrote The Grapes of Wrath?
Is that George Orwell?
No, I know.
at least you got it.
I know the name is on the top of my brain, and it's not coming out.
John Steinbeck.
That's
John
it. Steinbeck.
Damn it!
Steinbeck.
I know 23rd century, and I don't know Steinbeck. And believe me, I got news for you. I would lose on Jeopardy because they're never going to ask that Star Trek question.
Can anyone name one actor in The Notebook?
Oh, yeah, it's Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Well, and then Gyllenhaal in the Notebook?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, the guy looks like him.
Dude, this
Ryan
is all-
Gosling kind of looks like him. I don't think so.
I thought Gyllenhaal was in it. Oh, all right. Sorry, Danny.
No. And
It's okay.
Sarah maybe watched that movie with her a bunch
Who's
of
the
times.
other guy?
James Garner, I think, is who you're thinking of.
Yeah,
Even
he
though he's
doesn't
a
look
lot
like
older.
Hugh
in the movie.
Jackman?
Hugh Jackman came in and killed everybody as Wolverine. You're right. That's how it ended. It was a really beautiful movie until Wolverine came in and killed everybody.
I've seen it.
Have you seen The Notebook?
Yeah.
You fell asleep.
No, I stayed up. That was the one where I stayed up. It was I who's that?
That's James Marsden.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy. I watched it with my wife. One of our first times hanging out. She had me watch it, and she fell asleep. I kept watching it, got really involved in the story, only for her to wake up to me crying.
Yeah. It is.
I was like, oh, this is going to be a deal breaker. And no, it endeared her to the charm that is me.
How did you forget Rockford? Rockford was
I don't remember anybody, man. I don't know
was
who
the
that-
old guy.
That looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's Ryan Gosling.
Oh, it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
He doesn't have like a confused look on his face. That's Ryan Gosling.
Wow, all this time.
All this time. Norma Jean Baker. BJ?
Vicky knows this.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, Marilyn Monroe.
I'm proud of you, Vicky.
Yeah.
And then the common household name for diluted acetic acid.
I would be guessing like orange juice. I would be guessing
Baking soda.
No, it is vinegar.
Oh, I had it up. Damn it! I did think vinegar and forgot that I thought it. Son of a bee! I should have guessed
You
vinegar.
forgot that you thought it.
I
but
did.
you
I thought
did
about it
think
when you first asked the question.
Oh, okay.
And I totally forgot and went with orange juice like an idiot. I had vinegar.
Yeah, because of
Son
citric
of a-
acid and stuff like that.
Oh man! If
Congratulations, Steve.
I won.
You won with 4 correct.
Thank you.
Fine. I would have beat Steve today.
No, you didn't.
Yep. You're right. I didn't. But you know what? Caller number 4, you're a winner. Caller number 4 at 206-421-ROCK, just like that. Well, here's a wonderful story. A woman had a runaway pet tortoise, which you would think if a tortoise runs away, you should be able to catch it, right? I mean,
those tortoises, they're kind of fast in some ways. You know?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. If it was a runaway sex tortoise, that'd be a whole different story. Wow. Yeah, but she lost it, and for 6 months it was gone. She just thought, okay, this tortoise is done, and she later found him 6 months later across the street. Which, by the way, where else would you look? I mean, you can't get that far. In 6 months, it took him just to get across the street.
Do we really say that's a runaway at that point?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, maybe he found some action. That guy could be.
turtles.
I don't blame you, kid. I do, too. And so does Leanna. She lives in England. Hello. Last July, she had a pet tortoise. It escaped while they were playing in her yard. She searched for it. She says she even put up flyers and signs. No one could find the tortoise. But yesterday it turned up. I know. I think somebody kidnapped it.
You think?
And made it their own. But then probably it escaped, and she found it across the street. 6 months. It traveled like a little over 1,000 feet.
Well, maybe it got around and then just decided to come back. You don't really know.
Yeah, but they're slow, dude. Getting around for him might have been just like
6 months to cross the street. I really doubt that.
You think so? Well, that's what it did. I really feel like she could have searched harder. I really do. I feel like she did not do a good search job. Again, it's right there.
I had a pet turtle when I was a kid. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. You sound like that kid. I had a pet turtle.
I like turtles.
Yeah? Did you ever lose it?
No, because it was just in a tank.
Yeah.
And then eventually, it was getting too big, so we had my parents, I think, gave it to, like, the zoo or the aquarium or something like that. They donated it. And
That's what they said.
No, I got to visit it from time. You know what? You're right. They probably just did something else.
You know where it is. It's down there with Donatello is where it is.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you know
the
that.
time, they would then take me to the aquarium and then say, hey, there's our old turtle. Yeah. And I believed them.
Of course you did. That's not your old damn turtle.
They even said, look, it has the same marking. And I didn't know if it had a marking or not. I just believed it.
Yeah.
Man.
Your turtle is in the subway of New York, probably right now, training with a rat so he can do kung fu. Right? That's where it is.
I have a talk with my parents and get the truth.
Yeah.
I think at this point they should be able to tell me the truth, what they did with the turtle.
Did you ever find pizza boxes in the bathroom?
No, I didn't.
Okay, just want to know.
No woman named April.
Nobody came by named April to do an interview or anything?
No.
All right, fine.
One person says that turtle must have been to Shell and back. Haha, from Chris.
Nice one. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
No one had a pet turtle? Am I the only one?
I had a couple of dogs and cats, no turtles. Turtles were boring.
Yeah. That's what they gave you to shut you up. I wish I did that, because that's what I should have done with my kids, because they didn't take care of the dog we got them. And that dog was a living hell for me. I should have got him a turtle.
But I really like turtles, so I was excited my parents got me one.
Did you really like turtles?
I like turtles.
Yes, I like turtles.
And then they flushed him on you.
Did you ever?
I told you it was at the zoo.
Did you ever have like a weird pet?
No, we like Rev. We just had regular stuff, yeah. Dogs and cats.
No goldfish?
Not
that they're weird.
I swallowed a goldfish. That's about the worst. That's
Jeez,
the goldfish community hates me.
Did you do it as a kid or as an adult?
As an adult. They used to do it at 1950s, like college parties. And so when I was in college in the 70s, I was like, hey, I want to do like they used to do back on Happy Days or whatever. And then my wife beat me up. She was so mad at me. She slapped me around because she was a vegetarian. You're eating turtles. I'll never be with a boy like you. Yeah, well, you still are.
So he's like, call your parents right now. We need to know about what happened to the turtles.
Yeah.
I'll get on that.
Dude, that would be funny if you can get them to admit that they actually flushed it or something.
Well, they didn't flush it. The thing was too big.
You say that.
Dude, it was like size of that.
Oh, yeah.
About 8 inches.
So what do you think they did?
I don't know, but I just assumed this whole time that the turtle got bigger and went to the aquarium.
Do you think he died and then they just, or maybe your
There's
father...
2 of them, though.
Oh, really?
My brother, we each had one.
Oh, you think your father drove over one? Your father used to get mad. You don't think he stepped on it accidentally? Or
again, it was in a tank, BJ. It's not like we had them walking around in the house.
I don't know. I don't know what happens over there in the Meigs household.
One person says exotics are frowned upon in my house. Pets, dancers, etc.
Nice.
BJ and Meigs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Doesn't matter what you want to talk about, my friends. You pick the topic, you guide the show, but Steve does have a rule.
And Pete, that's a simple one, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you will get gonged, and we're going to have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
Let's start it off with, bye, old friend.
Bye, old friend.
Let's start it off with Kevin in Linwood.
Hi, Kevin, old friend.
You're on the rock, Kevin.
Hey, morning.
Morning, buddy.
Morning, guys.
What you got?
So last week, it was touched on briefly. This girl texted in, I think it was, and she accidentally got a pic from her dad.
Yes.
A D pic.
Oh,
that meant
yeah.
to go to
Yeah, that was
her,
awkward.
yeah, her mom or something.
Yep, that was
Which is-
very awkward.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and BJ, I'm sorry that you have to hear so many things regarding your daughter and
I know, huh?
experiences she has. That's got to be rough.
Everybody should have a friend like Steve, shouldn't they? Just a real good buddy like Steve.
Just
so I
giving
can-
your daughter an opportunity to speak
Yeah.
on the radio. It's not my fault. That's the
Yeah.
things that she likes to talk
Kevin
about.
knows what my pain is.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, and it's kind of your fault, BJ, because you brought her into the industry in the first place.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. I thought Kevin was on my side. Now he's not on my side anymore.
That's called a swerve
No,
in
but
wrestling.
so as a kid, I had my bedroom right next to my parents' bedroom.
Oh.
Like we were at the end of the hallway,
Yeah.
and shared a wall.
Yeah.
And it was specifically, there were many nights that I just laid in bed, curled up in the fetal position, just crying because, like, I'm a kid. You were talking, like, probably between the ages of, like, 5 and 8, you know, and I can hear things going on, specifically my stepdad, who, and at the time, I don't understand exactly what's happening. I do, but I don't.
Right.
But, and I'm wondering if, like, somebody's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
like,
you don't know.
Like,
I mean-
my stepdad is not was not, you know?
Oh, boy.
And, it was like, I remember one day I got up in the morning and I asked my mom something like if she was okay or if everything was all right, you know, like, whatever. And it was kind of like, oh, yeah, you know. But, yeah, that was
it's
just
a tough one.
a horrible thing. And I'm 37 now, and that still sticks with me.
It's very tough when that happens because you don't know that those sounds can be sounds of pleasure. They sound like sounds of pain.
Right, Mom, I heard you screaming and stepdad saying you're a bad girl. I didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, you know, and then there was one morning, and you know how as a kid you got up. For some reason, you would get up and go to your parents' room, knock on the door, and ask if it was time to get up.
Oh, how old were you
know,
then?
Like, can I? Huh?
How old were you when you did this?
Again, like probably between 5 and 8.
Oh,
you know, it
boy.
was that age where I'm still, you know, like asking for that permission. I'm not allowed to get up until my parents are up. That kind of thing.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, so there was no answer, and I just cracked the door open.
Oh, boy.
Peeked my head in.
Yep.
And they had fallen asleep, like in the whatever.
Oh,
like they were just there without
boy.
the sheets on or anything.
Oh, damn, dude.
Well, at least you didn't have to make eye contact.
Oh, God. Dang, but he got
right.
It depends on what he saw. If they were naked, it was so. Did you get to see Pops on top or Mom on top?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's
What kind of
disturbing.
question is that, BJ?
I'd rather see Pops. I don't want to see my mother naked.
Yeah.
I mean, guys see guys naked. I mean,
Yeah.
if I had to walk in shoes.
Right, I didn't have to see my mother naked,
Yeah, see,
you know,
that's a
but
good question, Steve.
and like stuff has been.
I don't think it is.
Right, yeah, stuff that like this has come up in previous topics on whether it's this show or the men's room, and I've never heard anybody bring this up, which is like crazy. I'm like, I know I can't be the only one that's
I'll
ever
tell you this, Kevin.
walked in.
I believe it's been such a thing that happened to people like you and happened to people like me, and this is why the master bedrooms in a lot of homes are put on a different floor
Or at least at the other end of the floor.
Yeah, exactly. One way or the other, I really believe a lot of us said, hey, we don't want to do this to our kids, and somehow that got to contractors, and architects, and they make sure, because we all grew up in a house, a lot of us grew up in a house where all the rooms were right near each other, and they've decided, we're going to put the parents' master bedroom away from the kids' bedrooms.
And I think everybody walked in once, and then you never walked into your parents' room ever again.
You learned. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Bo, the unofficial mayor of Tacoma. Bo, you are on the Rock.
Good morning, BJ.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, not a whole lot. Hey, you guys were talking about this morning about the strange things people have found.
Yes.
I was in the military. This was in the early 90s, and I was doing special duty drug interdiction and eradication. And we were working with local law enforcement, U.S. Customs and DEA. The DEA had got a tip on one ship coming in from Colombia, and it was an iron ore ship. So we're searching it, and I go down where the iron ore is. I start probing. I hit something. So we start digging out, and we found 88 keys of cocaine.
Woo! Wow! How much is that worth, Bo? Or, I mean, back then I don't know. Is that like millions of dollars worth?
I think it's in the $1 million range.
Damn!
Yeah. Did anybody in your crew say, hey, let me just smell it to make sure it's actually that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wow. Bo, had you ever seen that much drugs in one place like that? I mean, it's like the movies.
No, that was the first time that I've seen that much, just cocaine drugs right there in one place.
I never ever in my life have seen like that kind of thing. I just, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, like a brick of cocaine.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
That's trippy. So, Bo, what happened? Did any fall off the truck? Anybody try to, or did you have to turn it all in?
Well, yeah, it was too many law enforcement around there, so you had to, count it, turn it in.
Damn.
And, they seized the ship, they seized the crew on the ship.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't know what happened.
Damn, dude, that's, wow. And that could have gone south. I mean, it could have been a firefight.
Oh, yeah. But we were pretty well armed, so we didn't worry about that.
Yeah, the last people I want to get into a firefight, if I'm like a drug dealer, is the military.
Yeah, I guess in the movies they always do, and it seems like the law enforcement is never able to stop them. But
we got guns. We've got
we've got bigger
missiles.
guns. Yeah, we've got rocket launchers. Bo, appreciate it, man. That's trippy. That is good to hear from you, buddy. Love Bo.
Oh, yeah.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Christopher in South Center. Christopher, you are on the Rock.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not too much, buddy. What you got for us?
Actually, I got a couple of things, two Steve conversations real quick.
Yes.
So, you were saying, what could you listen to for 6 months on end, one song? Yeah, so I was going to go Call of Cthulhu from Metallica.
Oh, gosh, yes.
How long is that song?
It's an epic.
Like 8 minutes.
8 minutes,
and it's an epic journey.
Yeah.
I love songs that take you on a journey. Like, I mean, obviously they're not your go-to songs when you just want to get pumped up real quick, but like that song and even like Orion or Jane's Addiction's 3 Days, it's a song that you kind of have to commit and pay attention to, but in that situation, what else are you going to do?
All right, what else you got for us, Christopher?
And the other thing, I had the perfect Seattle hockey team for you.
Oh, team name, you mean?
Yeah.
All right, because it's
I also got the colors. I got the colors for you, too. All right, so team colors, think Seattle Sonics green and red.
Oh.
And instead of their gold, use brown.
All right.
And the team name would be the Seattle Sasquatch.
And you can bring back Sasquatch, the mascot from the Sonics.
Yeah.
You throwing any yellow in there? I mean, because yellow is also a big part of the Sonics colors, or you just want to keep it green and red?
Well, I mean, I want to keep the green and red, and I think brown would just go good with the whole Sasquatch.
So green, red, and brown. Because weren't the
kind of giving me the vibe of the Minnesota Wild has that kind of green and red color scheme going.
Weren't the Devils green and red for a while?
Yeah, they look like Christmas. They always say, their vintage jerseys are green and red. Now they're red and black. But I think it would be really cool to have the traditional Sonics colors as a team. Because you don't see many teams with that kind of color scheme. I think that would be pretty sweet.
I think, you know what? I think that's a great idea, Steve, because what a great way to show solidarity and show that, hey, look, we would love to have a basketball team here. I mean, you can't name the team the Sonics, but if you can really...
Why can't you, man?
And maybe you
had the Cardinals in St. Louis, football and baseball.
Be nice if you could throw a little throwback logo somewhere on the uniform that looks like the old Sonics logo with the Space Needle.
Yeah.
That would be, that'd be kind of nice.
Or why don't we just call the team the Seattle Sean Kemps?
Oh, wow.
And every night's kids' night.
Every night's kids' night. Yeah, and all the players have to have the same father? Is that the idea? Where we get it from the...
No, we've gone too far.
We've gone too far? Okay.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. Let's go to Wes and Cedro Woolley. Wes, you are on The Rock.
What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I got a little story I wanted to tell. I was trying to get it in earlier, but I wasn't able to.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I grew up in a little town called I grew up close to a little town called Marble Mount, Washington, and I was living there for a little bit, and there ain't a lot of stuff for a kid to do around there, so me and my brother were out wandering through the woods, and we came upon this camp trailer, and it had been there so long that trees had grown around the thing. I mean, it had been there for a while.
All right.
Anyways, so we make our way into this thing, and we're kind of exploring, just snooping around like kids would do. And we noticed that it's just stacked 10 high with VHS tapes. I mean, there's got to be hundreds of these things.
Oh.
And so my brother, the more curious of us, kind of flips one over and looks, and I think it was like Asian Invasion.
I love that name, Asian Invasion.
Or Sluts or something like that.
That's it.
And,
different kind of action movies.
Start turning all these over, and we're realizing that all of these they're all nudie films, every single one of them. And so we start, we kind of snoop around a little bit more, kind of waiting for a banjo to start playing. And, anyways, the icing on the cake is he opened up a drawer, and he found a fake vagina.
Oh, boy.
That was when we realized that we needed to get the hell out of Dodge.
Wow.
That's when things got weird.
Yeah. Boy, that's...
We're in a real rural area, too.
See, yeah. That's somebody who's serious about his activity. It's one thing if you're a casual watcher, you'll go to the phone and you'll watch her, and you'll take care of business the way most people do. But when you've got the fake body parts and you got the big stack, it's like, okay, you're in it to win it. Because now they got, you've seen those like really... The butts that they have that you can be involved with that look realistic.
How are they? Do you like it?
Dude, I want to get one just to see like how it looks because it looks amazing. I mean, it does.
But there's no other part of the body. It's just that one part. That seems kind of weird to me. It almost feels like you're a serial killer and you've chopped up the body and you've just kept one part to do things with.
Yeah, I can see how you think that way. Yeah, all right, but then to get the full thing, what's going to cost? I mean, maybe I got to attach some things to it.
Or you can go to Nordstrom and get one of their mannequins because they have the hottest mannequins. If you ask me.
And then you'd
bring it home and put it all together. And that's also kind of weird. Probably like making like a Frankenhooker.
A Frankenhooker.
Yeah.
Look, we're only how many years away are we going to have robot hookers anyway?
It's there already. It just hasn't been. It's probably too expensive right now.
Let's go to Vance in Bellevue. Vance, you're on The Rock.
Hey, good morning, guys. So on the interesting things found list, I was working a job site doing inspection work and supervising some demolition contractors. And so we're going through this, basically an office building, and before demo, they've got to prop open all the doors, and they're looking for any chemicals are left in there and making sure there weren't any urban campers or anything. And I'm in one room and kind of poking around. I hear one of the workers who's prying open doors all of a sudden start yelling and swearing, and so I walk, go busting over there figuring he may have hurt himself or something. And he's like, hold on, look at this. And he pries the door back open. There's a crate in there with, as far as I can tell, a brand new male real doll with a number of different attachments.
What?
And, of course, he swings this door open and there's his face standing there, and you're...
you probably...
understandably a little bit taken aback.
Yeah, that will startle you. Is it a dead body? Is a zombie coming out to get you? Yeah, damn. And then it's got attachments, so you can where the twigs and berries are supposed to be. There's all sorts of places you can put attachments, you put a wrench or a power drill or whatever.
It's like a Mr. Potato Head, but for sex.
Yeah, he had a selection of twigs and berries for depending on the size of the accoutrements that you guys wanted to play with.
Why do I feel like you guys were working on Vicky's house? I mean, seriously.
I don't know. Yeah, well, she may have probably gone it there and left it or something, or
Damn.
So, but he unfortunately disappeared quickly from the site.
I didn't know they.
I wanted to leave him around as.
I was gonna say he should be like.
mascot.
Yeah, he should be like the job site mascot.
Yeah, definitely. And I bet he wasn't cheap. I appreciate the call, buddy. I bet a doll like that. I mean, I don't know about that stuff.
Oh, sure
much.
you don't.
I don't.
I'm sure it's on your wish list on Amazon.
Well, maybe. But, I mean, if it's got attachments like that and it's a full-size thing, that had to be expensive.
I would think.
Yeah. It's just crazy they left that behind unless they were just like, yeah, we're done with this.
This is a weird transition to go from that, but we have a text. Somebody needs our advice and our help, BJ.
All right.
This person says, hey, guys, is there a tactful way to ask my girlfriend to shave her mustache?
Oh, I believe, Vicky, have you not had this conversation before? I'm not trying to be cruel, but I think you've talked about this.
I wax my situation because, I'm Mexican and very, very hairy naturally. But, I mean, to ask somebody, I have a lot of female friends who got it growing on, there's no way to really ask.
They got it growing on. I see what you did there. That's nice.
Totally meant to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're trying to be sneaky, I guess you can buy her a whole spa package, including that service.
Isn't that
like eyebrow,
that's a good idea.
Do a whole face kind of package.
But isn't that up to her friends? Doesn't somebody have to pull her aside? Don't you guys do that with each other?
Like, there's no tactful way of doing it without causing some drama. Like,
but you can't expect a guy to do it. That you girls have to help us out.
I know. I had a female friend who's got some messed up teeth. She never got braces when she was younger.
From England?
What? I mean, she kind of looks like it. And I politely asked her, because she'd spend all this money on new TVs and video game consoles. I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about getting braces? She's like, do they look that bad?
Oh, Vicky.
I'm like, no. I was just, I know that, like, my tooth that's kind of messed up hurts, and I was curious to see if yours hurts. She's like, no, they're fine. Oh, then don't get braces.
It's a cool TV, but you should put your money towards better things, like your mouth.
Damn.
I just can't imagine how uncomfortable it could be, like, in the future when they get pushed together more, and I was trying to look out for it, and there's no winning.
So does she look bad with the teeth the way they are? Oh, she does. See, I think you got to, I think as a woman, this
but if she's happy with it, what does it matter?
Exactly.
I mean, seriously.
Well, I think that certain things like a mustache, how could you be happy with that?
There's some people that embrace their facial hair right now.
Yeah.
There's women with, like
beards.
With beards, and they're like, you know what, this is part of a condition that I have, and my facial hair grows, and I'm tired of dealing with it, so screw it.
Okay.
To each their own.
I don't know how I can be with that.
Well, you don't have to. It's up to you to. I mean, you choose to be with who you want to be with. But if that person is, I mean, I don't know if the lady with the guy that just texted in, if she even realizes that she's got a mustache that's that noticeable, she might not. But like with your friend with the teeth, I mean, if she's happy with, obviously she was fine with how she looks. Then I mean, what does it matter?
What's he supposed to do then?
Dump her, clearly.
Okay, there we go. We have your answer.
No, I don't know. I think Vicky's idea is the best idea.
Yeah, just get her a whole spa package.
Hold on a second. The thing is, what if she is happy with the way she is? You first have to find out, don't you, if the girlfriend likes her mustache?
I don't know how to tactfully ask that question.
Yeah.
Man. I'm just glad that's a bridge I don't have to cross.
Just like wax it in her sleep. It's like, I was going to do your eyebrow, but I missed.
Well, the question is, does she shave any other parts of her body? See, if she doesn't do any grooming, then I guess you're stuck with what she's got.
Well, that's an awkward question for me to text back to the guy.
Well,
does the mustache match the drapes or whatever?
Well, that's exactly the question.
The carpet match the mustache.
Exactly. The idea is that if she does any grooming, how does she ignore the mustache?
Sometimes you don't see it. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm fine. You don't really feel it because it's so soft. Mm-hmm. And then one day the light will hit you perfect when you're driving, and you'll see it in the rearview mirror, and it's just like, how long has that been there?
And then you look like Steve Buscemi all of a sudden.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's the guy I think of when I think of mustache. I think Tom Selleck would be a little extravagant.
Tom Selleck is really the one you got to go with,
it gets that way a little sometimes.
So, Vicky, but you got to maintain it. Now you just know.
I know what I got going on, but maybe it's light.
Grow it out. Let's see how.
No.
Oh, no.
I had a girlfriend that had nipple hair, and I wasn't sure how to be with that.
I mean, it happens. Like, we're humans. Hair grows. Floss your teeth with it.
See,
no, just bite it off like it's like a tweezer. It's like, my bad.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. one of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Keeping up with the flood of news every single day can be quite stressful. There is climate change happening. There's the pandemic, labor movements, Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend. Hi, I am Gideon Resnick, host of Crooked Media's What a Day. Each week, Travelle Anderson, Priyanka Arabindi, Josie Duffy Rice, and I are going to break down the biggest news stories of the day in a way that hopefully doesn't always make you want to cry. New episodes of What a Day drop every weekday at 5 a.m. Eastern. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.